Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to have all of you here with us this morning. So many things to be celebrating. It was International Tai Chi Day Saturday. We've got a lovely soft rain happening today. Earth Day was this week. And I discovered last night as I was coming home from a restaurant here on the plaza, it's also prom season. I was like, wow, so many amazing dresses and tuxedos and young people having so much fun on the plaza. It was really a joyous evening last night. And so today is we're celebrating Earth Day today. I know it was earlier this week. We couldn't celebrate it last Sunday because it was Easter. So we didn't want to try to cram everything in onto one Sunday. So we decided to celebrate it today. And there's so many things. I mean, all the spring festivals and art shows are starting to advertise. So there's lots of change in the air. And I'm certainly pulled by, the growth and the new sprouts and the buds and the trees and everything. At least I think that's what's pulling me. Or it might be the crumble cookies downstairs, but I'm not sure. It's one of those two. And so the word guardian actually has its origins from the Middle English word garden. And so I find that very, very fitting for in my life, during the darkest times of my life and most difficult times of my life, I always instinctively went straight to nature and to plant life and to the greenery and the open and the spaciousness, and always to trees. And so when I am in the presence of nature, when I am communing in this wide open space or spending time even with just a planted flower in my apartment, when I am with those, there's a kind of a remembering that happens. There's a recognition between both of us. And so the talk today is an invitation to honor our relationship with nature expressed through and as us. A very important point. We spend so much time studying nature that we think we're separate. We think that there's subject, object, and that is not the case. There's nothing more natural than you, than us. And so the invitation today is with wisdom, with insight, spending time in nature, with the breath. All questions that we could ever have seem to fall to the ground like so many raindrops. And we embrace nature when we see ourselves as natural. And then there's this remembering and there's this recognition that we are not separate. Now, I'm not saying, okay, everybody, get outside more. Well, yeah, I guess I actually am saying that. Okay, everybody, get outside more, spend time in the sunshine and the rain and the nature. But it's really more importantly, it is regardless of how much time you spend communing in nature or with plant life and trees and things, more important than the amount of time is the quality of the time that you are spending in nature. The smallest experience with Mother Earth, whether it is a breeze from an open window or a moment's connection with a flower, all the way up to hang gliding off the Swiss Alps, whatever is your experience in that moment, being present, being aware. I'll never forget various episodes of hiking with friends and how we would come upon a vista. And the first thing that happens is all the phones come out. And so they actually wind up spending all their time looking at the phone and the screen and all this stuff. And they're missing the moment. Nature, you can't capture nature. Have you ever taken a picture of the full moon and then got it home and you're going, wow, it looked a lot bigger. It's this little tiny dot, So nature is well represented. Mother Earth is well represented in all of the Buddhist teachings. I mean, the Buddha was born in a sala grove of trees. He was awakened under a Bodhi tree. And when he passed, his transition was in a grove of trees. And so Buddhism and nature are well represented in not only the writings and the teachings, but in the whole practice ourselves. This week, during the week, I get visits from various colleges and high schools and various groups that are, especially in the world religions classes. And I received a visit this week from a Bible college that wanted to know more about Buddhism. And one of the young people asked me about, well, what happens when you die? According to the Buddhists, And I said, in our practice, we don't have to struggle with those kinds of questions. All we have to do is open our eyes and look around. What we see, nature tells us everything we need to know. Our Mother Earth is the greatest teacher there ever was. When you look upon a cloud and then you turn away and it's gone, the cloud hasn't become nothing, it has become rain. And when you turn away in the rain, you come back and the rain has stopped. The rain hasn't just disappeared into nothingness. It is now feeding all the wonderful trees and plants and grass and flowers. And when you turn away and you see that the flower is gone, the flower has not become nothing. It is now nutrition and nutrients for the animals that consume it. We could go on all day long, folks, right? All you have to do is open your eyes. Why struggle? Why strive, fussing with all the 10,000 possibilities and all the things that the imagination can come up with? Your answers have always been right in front of you. And so, believe it or not, it's very interesting to think that 7/8 of human evolution has taken place in the cradle of nature, embraced by nature. Nature connection is intrinsic to our behavior, and it is inscribed in our genetic code. It is only the last 150, 200 years in which we have reduced our interaction with the outdoors. Now we have all kinds of thermostats and technology to adjust our environment. We eat foods that are not normal to this season. We wear shoes so we never touch the grass or the ground. So this is all new. For most of human evolution, we've been embedded in nature, a part of nature, flowing with the seasons, moving with the seasons. We go to bed when it's dark and we get up when the sun comes up. Well, now I can binge, silly shows until 1:00 in the morning, and I got so much artificial light, I don't know when the sun goes down. So what's happening now is also when you see the rise of suicidal ideation and you see so many people in pain. Loneliness is an epidemic in our country. And people are going, why? I wonder why all this is happening. Goodness gracious, is it something in the water? No, it's so simple. Come home. Come home here to yourself. Come home to Mother Earth. She's waiting, always has been, always will. So when we are immersed in nature and communing with Mother Earth, especially for those folks who might be new to meditation and mindfulness, it becomes so much easier to reach a peaceful state of mind by paying attention to our senses and moving through the garden or through the woods or through the park mindfully. As Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh says, kissing the earth with every step you take. It is this incredible immediacy that nature shares with us Nothing in nature is concerned with the future. Nothing in nature is concerned with the past. She is always right here, right now, teaching us. And when we finally come back to that place, that is a true communing with Mother Earth and with nature. And so we can not only get all of the benefits of meditation for our mind, but also boost our immunity and create good health for our body. It is because we are guided by the greatest teacher of all, Mother Earth. And so Eckhart Tolle reminds us, he writes that we depend on nature not only for our survival, but we also need nature to show us the way home, the way out of the prison of our own minds. We have gotten lost in doing, thinking, remembering, planning, anticipating, separation, labeling, lost in a maze of complexity and a world of problems. We have forgotten what rocks, plants, animals still know. We have forgotten how to be. Just be. How to be still. How to be ourselves, our true nature. How to be where life is and always is, here and now. It is delusion to think that life is in the future or the past. That is in your head. So I would like to share with you today a few of Mother Earth's wonderful teachings. And so I will share these with you. I actually brought a copy of these, but I forgot to make copies of them. So right after the service, I'll make copies and put them out. And also Eric and I will put them on the Facebook page or something if you'd like to download it. So here are a few of nature's most wonderful teachings. There are many, and they are constant, and they are ever unfolding. But here's a few that came to mind for me. Number one, nature teaches us, Mother Earth teaches us to slow down. Slow down. Sync with the seasons, sync with the rise of the sun and the setting of the sun, or the rise of the sun and the rise of the moon, if you wish. Urgency, deadlines, clock time, calendar time, as measured by hours, minutes, seconds, and weeks, all of these things melt away. Nature models a much healthier pace of life. Trees and plants grow slowly. Deer graze calmly. Rabbits and squirrels may scamper about, but everything and everyone in nature and on Mother Earth is moving according to their natural rhythm. And when we take time in nature, we begin to do the same thing. It's so interesting the way I behave when I am camping versus the way I behave when I'm at home in my apartment. Fascinating. Number two, nature models for us just enough sustainability. It's a mantra, just enough. Just enough. I don't need more, I don't need less. I need just enough. Our culture teaches us that we never have enough. It is endless, more. And if you don't have enough, then we'll sell you something that you can put more in. So we strive to make more money, buy more things, eat more delicious food. Mainstream culture also encourages us not to think about how this overconsumption affects others. Our culture teaches us to buy, to get the cheap things, to get the stuff that's on sale, and then buy more things to put it in, and then buy things for them. Oh my goodness, the stress that we feel at Christmas and holidays because we have to get, the right gift. It can't be anything but the right one. And then we stress because, well, what's the right one? Because everybody's telling me something different. And so it encourages us to never consider where these things come from and how these things affect others, such as the sweatshop laborers who make clothing and shoes, or other people and animals who may depend on a climate that is in balance, rather than all of the things that take our climate and our certain conditions environmentally out of whack, out of balance. In contrast, ecosystems embody harmony and balance. Trees grow to a height that reflects the nutrients and water immediately available. Squirrels store the right amount of food to get them through the winter. Quietly witnessing this balance and this harmony as we commune with nature and with Mother Earth is like a salve, an ointment, a treatment for the wound of overconsumption. Just enough. Number 3, Mother Earth teaches us to surrender comfort and control. Interesting thought. Mother Nature teaches us to surrender comfort and control. Our culture propagates the rather harmful myth that we should strive to be as comfortable as possible, to make life as pleasurable as possible, and to resist at all costs hardship of any kind as much as possible. No myth has made us unhappier as a people. We simply cannot be pleasured or comfortable all the time, and we cannot control everything. This is the open hand. This is the middle way that the Buddha taught. Do not cling for all the pleasant things in life, nor do we try so hard to effort and push away all of the unpleasant things, because no matter how hard we cling, we still lose everything, don't we? So it's really a huge waste of effort and time and energy. And no matter how hard we push away the unpleasant things in life, they still show up. My goodness, how hard we struggle. The Buddha said, relax and be present with the 10,000 joys and the 10,000 sorrows. They are all a wonderful, beautiful part of this experience that we get to play with for 70, 80, 90 years down here on this rock. When we armor against pain, we also armor against joy. When we armor against hatred, we also armor against love. And in the words of the great sage Bob Newhart, stop it. Open and keep opening. Don't stop. It'll hurt, but we are no strangers to pain. And as practitioners, we can handle pain. It's the suffering that makes everything unbearable. And we understand suffering because the Buddha only taught one thing: suffering and the cessation of suffering. Number 3, Mother Earth teaches us that we don't have a life, we are life. And we are a natural part of all the cycles. Nature directly shows us what it is to know and experience that things come from a cause, that things are caused by other things, and that they do not exist independently of things that have formed them. But also it is to know that as conditions arise, they will also pass, which takes us back to impermanence. While this may seem obvious, we still struggle with and are challenged by the continually changing conditions of our lives. Look at what's happening right now. I have so many people calling and texting and emailing, oh God, it's all going to hell in a handbasket. And I don't want this to seem insensitive. And I also want you to understand that I'm very active. I march, I send letters, I make phone calls, I send money. I'm very involved in politics. Here, this is about spirituality. So we don't really bring, Temple Buddhist Center is not a politically active organization, but the people within it can be fiercely so. And so I don't want this to sound insensitive, but has there ever been a time when there wasn't corruption? Has there ever been a time when there wasn't war? Has there ever been a time when there wasn't famine, disease? I can go on and on and on. This stuff isn't new. It's showing up right here and right now, and our practice doesn't change. We are still kind, caring, loving, accepting people, and we'll do everything we can to remain so. Are we challenged? Yes. Is it painful? Yes. Maybe even more so than 2 years ago? Yes. Again, we are not strangers to pain. If it's becoming overwhelming, now you're suffering. Come back to the practice. Take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Come back home. Find stillness and peace, and then radiate that. And when you take action from a place of love, not more hatred. We don't need more of that. Not taking action from a place of separation and division. We don't need more of that. And not taking action from a place of fear. Goodness gracious, there's plenty of that to go around. We were built for times like these. This is our practice, and it doesn't change even though the world around us seems to be becoming completely unglued. We still love each other. We still do everything we can to help each other. We still purify within ourselves fear, greed, hatred, and separation or delusion, and we radiate that for everyone we meet. And finally, Mother Nature teaches us to behold the beauty of nature in every moment. How is such majesty possible? The strength of that mountain standing there for all those years, the miracle of this simple little flower. I brought some of my orchids to share with you. I've got about 18 of them at home, but these 4 said they wanted to come with me this morning, and I don't argue with my orchids. They know what they're doing. And so I brought some of the girls to share with you this morning and just take a moment to revel in the absolute sheer awesomeness of Mother Earth and nature. When you feel a sense of awe, A-W-E, it is not something that's being placed within you. It is a remembering. It is a recognition, because at the same moment that you are beholding the awe of a tree, a sunset, a flower, a rain, it is beholding the awe of you. Because only in human form can we be not only aware of the majesty, the awe of nature, but we can behold its beholding of us. As human beings, this is the one thing that separates us from the animal kingdom, as far as we know, is I can be aware that I'm aware. There's a self-recognition that animals, we're not sure, but we don't think that they can be aware that they are aware. We are the universe waking up to itself. The universe wants to experience music, a baby's laughter, a mocha frappuccino, and yes, a broken heart, a broken toe. It wants to experience all of that, and it can do it through us because we are uniquely built with our senses to do so, and we have that one extra X factor, that one extra element that we know that we're the universe experiencing itself. Is that not unbelievable? How amazing is that? How could you experience anything but joy and gratitude in this lifetime? I'd like to close with this poem by Debashish Murada, and it goes like this: "For if life is a tall, tender tree, then life is joy, life is free. The tree is dancing in the air, sunshine or showers, with so much joy and love, and with the flowers. For if life is a tall, tender tree, there is no loss, there is no gain, there is no she, no he, no complaining, only serving and caring, creating life for the joy of sharing. For if life is a tall, tender tree, then there is no you, there is no me. We are nature, we are love, we are beauty. Giving and loving is our eternal duty." Thank you.